everyone. Welcome to Dumb People vs. Movies, episode 37.
39.
39.
Oh boy, dude.
Oh, dang.
Almost episode 40. You know what they say about episode 39?
It's one episode for
It's
episode
usually
40.
around the time of the Oscars.
Is it?
That's what most people say.
That is true. I've heard that before.
I think
From
we all
you.
have.
But okay. Enough nonsense. This is a very serious podcast. Maybe our most serious podcast yet.
Yeah, for real.
The podcast I'm looking forward to the most. Because, people say about the Oscars that, it's for pretentious people. They nominate all the pretentious movies and, no one really cares about them. And I agree. That's why I'm so excited about it. I like feeling like I'm pretentious and I'm better than everyone else, Especially since...
You like feeling prestigious?
Not pretentious.
Sophisticated?
I like feeling like I'm better than everyone else, because this is, I guess, the first year where I've basically watched all the movies, and I just like that feeling, where I'm like, because people like talking about the Oscars, and I'm like, well, did you see all the movies? And they're like, no. And I'm like, well, then don't have an opinion.
Well, then.
No, I'm kidding. But,
Exactly.
I know, that's why I'm glad I watched all of them, too.
I'm glad everyone here watched all of them.
It's like being part of a cult.
It's like
sort of cult.
it's like when someone says a wrong fact about Hungarian history, and then Sean goes, "Well, actually," and then he gives them the correct fact. It's bad.
Pretty
Well,
much, yeah.
actually, gang.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like
that's-
that.
But no, I understand that feeling. It's just like with the music I collect too. Like not very many people do that, and it's like it could be the same way with movies. Not very many people watch movies, or
Yeah.
don't even know too much about it. I understand that.
Exactly.
Feels good to know more about stuff.
What was Weston and Wiley looking at each other about?
I know, Weston was just
I
like...
thought you were really, going to rant again,
Weston,
but
like,
no,
just
you,
stared at
you,
me. I was
you
like,
got
what?
you're fine. You're fine. I thought you were just going to make a
cool.
rant.
Okay, so I'm sorry we kind of got distracted because of Sean. No, I'm kidding. It was me. But anyway, so yeah, we're doing Oscar predictions this week, and also maybe we'll probably mention what we think should have won. Caveat for this podcast: basically every category I probably would have thought Blade Runner should have won, but it didn't get nominated for anything. So
Same.
there's a
That's where
caveat.
you're wrong.
But you know what? I'm not super disappointed with the nominees. A lot of them. I know we did a top 10 podcast like a month ago or something, but that was before I got to watch like most of the nominated movies. So my top 10 would have been a lot different. It's kind of sad. But anyway, so I'm not disappointed with most of the nominees. I just wish Blade Runner would have been there. But I am excited for this podcast. I'm excited for the Oscars.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get to the exciting part, Blake, do you have any boring news for us?
The Oscars are this weekend. There we go.
That's your-
There you go.
Yeah.
Wait, no,
Go.
I actually have news. The fact that they moved Infinity War up a week.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I actually didn't see that.
Yeah, they moved it from May 4th to April 27th.
I don't know.
They didn't want to put it on Star Wars Day?
Well, that's
mean,
the year the first one came out, the first Avengers. That exact day was May the 4th. So that's why they put it there originally. But now, I guess Robert Downey Jr. wanted it moved up, so...
No, well, that's...
Well, it's
so
kind
the
of
way
a
they
joke,
announced,
but...
Well, the way they announced it, I don't know, did any of you guys see how they announced it?
No.
Well, the way they announced it was Marvel Studios tweeted like something like the Infinity War poster said May 4th, and then Robert Downey Jr. on Twitter was like, he said, "Hey, is there any way I could see it early?" And they're like, "Yeah, how about April 27th?" They're like, "Can I?" And he was like, "Can I bring my friends?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure." And they tagged all the other Avengers cast, and then then they're like, "All right, so we're moving the official release date to April 27th." And then Robert Downey Jr. was like, "You're welcome, everyone." And that's how they announced it. Everyone's like, "Is this real? Is this actually true?" And then it actually was true. So,
Nice.
and that's kind of the fun way they did it. But I think the serious way is because we kept talking about it. Like they're releasing Disney's releasing two of their biggest movies in May.
Yeah.
So they kind of gave Han Solo some more space. But also, I think they might have been scared of Deadpool 2 because that was really close to Deadpool 2 also. So they're
That's what I was
spacing it.
thinking.
They're spacing it from Deadpool 2, which I think they should be scared of Deadpool 2 because I think that'll make a lot of money. But do you guys have any opinions on moving it up? We get to watch it a week early.
I'm just glad that we're seeing it at an earlier time, so that's all I gotta say.
Wait, you mean I pre-ordered my tickets this early for nothing?
I'm gonna be gone April 27th. I already pre-ordered.
No! Oh my god, I'm going to have to wait another day.
Someone write Marvel an angry worded letter.
True.
DC
What am I
would never
supposed to
do
do, Marvel? What am I supposed to do?
They push their movies back.
Yeah, DC would never push it forward.
True.
But okay. I think that's. I mean, that's good. That's some news.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and jump right into the Oscars.
Let's get into the nitty gritty, baby. Let's
Riggedy-doo.
get the show on the road.
Weston, hit that Oscars trailer. No, I'm kidding.
Is there an Oscars trailer? I don't know.
No, there's not.
Okay, I figured. I'm like, there's.
Maybe you can insert some like Oscars music or something. But anyway,
It just entered some Cash Cab music or something.
we're back from the Oscars. So I know I said I've seen basically everything, but I think we'll get all the.
Don't do that.
Sorry,
Okay.
I think we'll get all the categories that I haven't seen. I'm sure no one else has seen out of the way, like live action short films. Has anyone seen any of those?
No.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff. There's a few things I'm like, yeah, I haven't seen any of that. So,
Well,
like short films, the
Cobb-
porn films.
Yeah, okay, I'll just say the live action short films. The nominees were The Cobb Elementary, The Silent Child, The 11 O'Clock, My Nephew Emmett, and All of Us. And the favorite there by a huge margin, according to GoldDerby.com, is The Cobb Elementary. So, I mean, I haven't seen any of these. I know The Cobb Elementary was about a school shooting, but it came out before, like, the Florida one and everything, so that one has, like, a lot of prominence and relevance right now, I guess.
Yeah.
So that's the one. That's the favorite there. We'll move on to documentary short. Has anyone seen any of the documentary shorts?
No.
I don't think anyone's seen any of the shorts.
I've seen all the animated shorts.
Oh
so,
my god, why those?
Well, because I mean, I found them on the internet yesterday, and I was like, okay, I'll watch these.
You paid for them though, right?
Boy, if you don't, no, they're on YouTube.
Boy.
Actually, so I'll get to it. So documentary short, Edith Eddie, Heaven is a Traffic Jam on 405, Heroin, Knife Skills, and Traffic Stop were all those. And Edith and Eddie are the favorites to win. I know nothing about any of these. I'm assuming Heroin's about heroin, but other than that, I don't know.
I don't know. I think it could be about meth.
I'm sorry I don't know about these, but I don't even know where to watch those in the first place. So, but animated shorts, here we go. Did anyone watch any of the animated shorts?
Read them off. We might have.
Dear Bass. Okay, I know everyone has seen Lou because that was before one of the Pixar movies. It was the one about the kid who's like getting bullied. He's a bully with a backpack and stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so Lou is one of them. Dear Basketball, Garden Party, Negative Space, and Revolting Rhymes.
Lou should win.
Lou should not win. It should be.
No,
I
Lou
watched.
sucked. So.
I highly recommend because I watched these are on Netflix. They're called Revolting Rhymes, and it's like by the guy that did the Jungle Book. What's his name? Roald Dahl, I think. He wrote these, and they animated off. They did animated shorts off of them. It's about like classic children's stories, but they like twist them and make them really weird. I really liked them. That was my favorite. But the heavy favorite to win is Dear Basketball, which is Kobe Bryant's short film.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I heard about that one.
I've
Yeah.
heard about. They were talking about that on NPR like yesterday, but I didn't.
Well, it's I've heard a couple of reasons why this one's gonna win. It's Kobe Bryant, everyone knows him, but also it's kind of cheesy. It's just like I grew up playing basketball, I loved it.
Danny.
But what?
How does it make you feel like Kobe's gonna have more Oscars than Kubrick?
Kubrick won an Oscar for best visual effects. So
How does
But
it
is
make you
that a
feel
real
they're gonna have the
Oscar?
same amount of Oscars?
what? What?
I said, how's it gonna make you feel they're gonna have the same amount of Oscars?
Okay, it doesn't count. Anyway, yeah. So that one's definitely gonna win. But the cool thing about this one is John Williams scored it, and that's so he got a big John Williams scored the short, which is weird. I don't know why he did a basketball one, but anyway. So yeah, that one's gonna win. I saw all of them. Garden Party's super, like the animation's super good, like really good. Lou, everyone saw that before. I think. I don't remember. Do you remember?
Coco,
What was the
maybe?
Pixar movie? Coco, mate.
No, it wasn't-
Coco
it
was
wasn't
that
before
garbage.
Coco.
Coco was that
Absolute garbage. Frozen.
Oh, that was the Cars
Frozen
one.
propaganda.
Right?
Yeah, it was
Lou?
Cars. Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually like the best part.
It
of the
was
entire
better
film.
than Cars.
Hey, what's
yeah.
Cars nominated for?
Nothing.
Wait, did Cars 3 come out last year? Oh my
Superstar
gosh.
year.
Cars 3 didn't get nominated in a year that, like, Boss Baby got nominated. That's sad.
How does Boss?
Man.
I'm still baffled by that. I don't know. And
Don't
not
get me
Lego
started.
Batman. I mean,
So, everyone
Lego
has
Batman
Netflix.
wasn't last year. That was 2 years ago.
No, that was last year.
Is it 2017?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they didn't get
Lego
nominated.
Batman.
It was February. It was annoying.
same with John Wick 2.
But anyway,
John Wick 2 wasn't gonna go.
Revolting Rhymes is on Netflix. If you like animated, like classic animated stories like Cinderella and the Red Riding Hood one with the wolves and stuff, it's really cool. I like them a lot. But foreign films, I haven't seen any. Has anyone seen
No.
any of the
I
foreign
don't
ones?
even know where to watch those. I don't think we can here.
Thankfully.
I know one of them's on Netflix. I
Easy.
think On Body and Soul is on Netflix. But anyway, On Body and Soul, Loveless, The Insult, The Square, A Fantastic Woman. Those are the Oscar foreign films. We have nothing else to say. I'm sorry we're not more informed on this stuff. Partly because we live in Arkansas, we don't get to watch any of these.
You know, we probably should have started with stuff that we've seen.
No, he's getting all the
Well,
bad st- or all
I'm
the
getting
stuff
all
we
the bad
haven't
stuff
done
out
out of the
That's
way.
true.
Okay, it's not bad. I'm sure they're really good.
Yeah.
Stuff we're not able to see, or it's just not that
Just
that big.
less knowledgeable stuff out of the way.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me. Okay, now we're close to where we're gonna be. Documentaries, real quick. Faces, Places, Icarus, Last Man in Aleppo, Strong Island, Abacus, Small Enough to Jail. I saw Icarus. It's about
Cycling.
it's about the doping scandals in cycling, and then how Russia was like cheating at like a political scale, and like how it basically got the ban from the like sporting events across the country. It's really good. It's interesting. But Places is the favorite to win. So that's about it I know about the documentary. But here we go. Animated features. So animated features. Coco, Loving Vincent, The Breadwinner, Ferdinand, and Boss Baby. How many of these have you guys seen?
I have
I've
seen.
Loving Vincent and Coco.
I have seen. Oh gosh, I can't. I watched. The only two I've seen is Ferdinand and Coco,
Okay.
and so I don't really have that big of a field of reference, but I just know how much I loved Coco. I really.
You don't need to have a big field of reference for this one.
I haven't seen any
No,
of
I'm
these, but I have seen the trailer for Loving Vincent, and I was already appealed by the style to it. I really want to watch it. Are we going
really-
ahead selecting what we like to get nominated
Oh,
and what we think will get nominated?
I've also watched Boss
wait.
Baby, and it should not be nominated.
Well, Sean, have you seen any of these?
I saw Loving Vincent, and I have yet to see Coco, but I've heard a lot of good things about that
Yeah.
one.
Okay, Richie, how about you? And none of them? No? Okay, we can barely hear you, so let's see. I've seen Coco and The Breadwinner. Blake, you've seen Loving Vincent. Real quick, do you want to tell us about Loving Vincent?
Yeah, Loving Vincent is about the life of Vincent Van Gogh. Gough.
And the animation
The
style,
animation style is amazing.
paintings, right?
Yeah, me and Sean watched this. I got in from the Netflix subscription DVD thing,
Mm-hmm.
and it is gorgeous. It is
That's a
just
gorgeous
absolutely gorgeous. Like
Very
if it was best animation, it should have won, but it's not better
Really?
than
Over Coco?
Yeah,
I-
it's so much more unique than Coco.
Wow.
I mean,
I have a
From what
I
I
have
saw
a
in the
few
trailer,
friends
yeah,
out
it was
there.
very like, oh my gosh, so stylized. I loved it.
I have
From what I
a
saw.
I have a few friends who are artists. That would be a film they would just love. I mean, it's a gorgeous, like, it's just really good.
Yeah, I know it took them a long time to make it.
A lot of talent. That's what I mean.
the
to
only-
say. A lot of talent.
I've heard from the reviews. I've heard people just don't like the story as much. I guess. What do you guys think?
I like the story actually quite a
I like-
bit also,
I-
but I mean that's just it's like if you don't really like biography from a painter or if it's something like that in general, then it's probably not going to appeal.
Yeah.
Okay, so oh, you can go. Sorry, my bad.
No, I was just gonna say it's not some deep mastermind plot. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just if that's where you're going to watch it for and expect out of it, well, you're gonna be disappointed. But it's a good, simple story. So I like it.
All right, I watched real quick. I watched The Breadwinner. It's on Netflix. I recommend everyone to see it just because it's actually rated PG-13, and so it's not really a kids movie. It's just the animation, you know.
Oh wow.
And it's about this. What countries? Oh my gosh, how am I forgetting the country? But anyway, I feel bad forgetting what country. But like, they're growing up in like an environment that's mainly Islam, you know, and so the women are kind of like looked down upon and stuff. And her dad is crippled, and he gets put to prison because he's like reading them. He's reading to them and stuff, and they have books that aren't allowed. So this girl has to dress up like a guy to provide for her family because no one else can.
Okay,
And
I've
so
heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the movie's about. It's sad. Like it's PG. Like it's not a kids movie because it gets really depressing at points. But I think it was really well done. I would say it's kind of it's like super depressing. But
Hang on, but
the
is
animation-
it sadder than Remember Me from Coco?
but this one is like feels real. You know
I
what
know
I
what you
mean? Like
mean, yeah.
like
Yeah.
real event, like stuff this actually happens. You know.
Yeah.
So no, yeah, I highly recommend it just for the importance of the story, especially in animation style. It's unique. The only reason I didn't love it as much as I wanted to is because like kind of the dialogue, some of it's cheesy, you know. Maybe it's not like the most professional voice actors and stuff like that. But other than that, I thought it was really good. I don't think it's as good as Coco, and Coco's gonna win.
Yeah, there's no way it's not.
If
I'm
you
gonna
guys
say
want to give
Coco's gonna win, but I want Loving Vincent to win. Just I haven't seen any of those movies, but from what I saw Loving Vincent, I love the animation style. I thought it was like the most unique thing I've ever seen from the trailers. So yeah, that's what I'll say.
So I also think Coco is going to win, and I think that Coco deserves to win.
do you guys all think Coco's gonna win? Anyone else have any other
I think
opinion?
so.
Yeah.
I mean, just how much money they've made, just how popular it is. I
Yeah.
mean,
It's
And
Pixar,
Pixar.
so
Pixar too.
All right.
So,
What's next?
Okay. Do you guys? Okay, this is harder than I thought to just write everything down. So we might just have to remember or go back or whatever.
Well, we can just put it on your notepad in your phone or something. Just
I'm
remember what you chose. No, I meant for everyone.
Oh,
Just for
everyone.
individual.
Yeah, everyone just kind of remember what you chose. 'Cause
Oh,
nobody-
okay.
Oh, we forgot to. Yeah, put it in your own phone, like what you picked for animated and stuff, so it makes it easier on us. Because we forgot to say the person that gets the most correct picks is going to get to pick the next 3 movie clubs, which is not as important to you guys, but very serious to us. No, okay. But
No, it's pretty serious.
So anyway, Coco is going to win. That one's like it's a huge favorite. Like on Gold Derby, they have like odds numbers and stuff, and the odds are if you bet $10 on Coco, you win $1. So it's usually it's the other way around. But yeah, so Coco's gonna win. You guys want to do? We'll just do sound mixing and sound editing. It's the same movies for both.
Is
It's
it?
Dunkirk, Baby Driver, Blade Runner 2049, The Shape of Water, and Star Wars: Last Jedi. And I don't know if none of us are sound experts in movies, so it's weird. But if you guys want to say who do you think is going to win, you can tell us right now.
okay, hold on, let me look. But so sound mixing, sound editing has all the same films.
Yep, Dunkirk, Baby Driver, Star Wars: Last Jedi, Blade Runner 2049, and The Shape of Water.
Okay. To be honest, me personally, I want Star Wars to win just because there are a lot of the sound effects from what I've heard.
Wait,
were
are we
very-
starting with mixing or with editing?
They're
We're just
both the same
combining.
thing. It's both because they all have the same movies.
Actually,
both of
if
them.
you wanna, you can say if you think one of them's gonna win sound mixing and the other one's gonna win sound editing, you can do that. That's fine. I don't know. It doesn't
Okay.
matter.
I'm going with both sound mixing and editing since they're all the same movies. I want Star Wars to win because they're like not because it's Star Wars. I mean, a little bit, but like there are some of the sound effects I've heard that I was just like really blown away by, like very unique, very like orgasmic. You know what I mean? We'll edit that out. Like very like appealing. Like it was really like, it was very yeah. I enjoyed a lot of it, and it's in one specific sequence, the Praetorian Guard fight scene. I mean, that's like everyone's favorite scene. But there were sounds in there, like with the lightsaber going through the armor, or hearing the sound of like one of the weapons or whatever. It was just so satisfying to hear. So I want Star Wars to win on the sound. What I think is going to win, actually, you know what? That's kind of tricky. Because Dunkirk has really good sounds as well. Same. Shape of Water, I have no idea.
But you also have to think mixing is different than editing.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I'm going to go both. On both, I want Star Wars to win. What I think is going to win is probably on sound mixing. Hold on a sec. I would say, wait, Baby
Just the
Driver's on
important
there?
one. What?
Baby Driver's on there?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead.
I'm
and
going to
give
say
mine.
Baby Driver's going to win.
Okay.
I have a
Alright,
feeling
there-
that's
we
going
got
to
it out of him.
Yeah.
Okay,
Baby
finally.
It's not
Okay.
that big of a category. I know.
No, it's not.
We
Okay,
don't care.
so I'll go on ahead and go. So I think in both categories, I think Blade Runner should win. But in best sound editing, I think Baby Driver's gonna win. And best sound mixing, I think Dunkirk will win.
I'm gonna say in both Dunkirk's gonna win because I don't know. I think Dunkirk, because I know in our review it's been a while, but we talked about how the bullets sound real and like especially in the when they're in the that little ship,
ship,
thing, water, and you hear the pinging
Yeah.
and stuff. Like I think it's really well done. Everything feels real,
Yeah.
you know.
Danny,
Genuine.
I'm gonna have to agree with you on both of them. I think because like editing, like the way I kind of tell them apart is like not mastering, mixing is kind of like what's like on set, like dialogue and like sirens and stuff like that, and like editing is more like stuff you put in after the fact. But I think they just did both. Dunkirk just did both so well, and I wish we could have seen Dunkirk in IMAX, but one day.
Well, probably never.
Never.
Yeah, but still.
I have a Sean and Richie. You need your picks. Sound. Rich- What are you guys saying?
I think Dunkirk.
Dunkirk? Richie says Dunkirk. What about you, Sean?
I would have to say Dunkirk too, but I also want to add that Blade Runner 2049 was also probably, it was phenomenal with sound editing and sound mixing. But I personally enjoyed Dunkirk better, and I think Dunkirk will win that one because it especially seeing it in theaters, it really took you in to that world with the dive bombers, the Stuka sirens, the bullets, the gunshots, the sound of the ocean, the airplanes, the rumbling of the engine, and all the little minor instruments rattling on the mirror, featuring through the airplane cockpit, and everything.
Yeah, it's
I
all well
felt
done.
like it
You
was
know
all
what?
well
I'm
done.
going to change. I think what's going to win is Dunkirk, and not
Okay.
Baby Driver.
Alright.
So I'm just going to change that.
All right, it's fine.
But I still want
Alright.
Star Wars to win. So
Star Wars will not win.
yeah, it probably won't, but that's why I want to win. But I think Dunkirk will win.
Who cares? I don't know. It's hard. Like, I don't know how the Academy really differentiates it. Wiley gave a good description, but who knows? Like, the experts are voting on those. They know about that stuff way more than we do. So, the next one, song, best song. I've seen all these movies except for Marshall. Okay, so Remember Me, Coco, This Is Me, The Greatest Showman, The Mystery of Love, Call Me by Your Name, Mighty River, Mudbound, Stand Up for Something, Marshall. I'm gonna say, or I'll just give my pick, and also I think Remember Me should win, and I think it will win, but I'll just say this: from all the stuff I've been listening to and stuff, a lot of people are saying it's like super close between Remember Me and This Is Me from The Greatest Showman, because This Is Me is, I think it's more of a popular song than Remember Me is, which is kind
Yeah.
of sad, but
That's
more
what
catchy. Yeah.
that's what I'm gonna. That's what I'm thinking. I think that Coco should win, but I think that The Greatest Showman song is going to win. So The Greatest Showman is what I'm saying for best song.
I'm going to say same. I want Coco to win because I haven't seen the movie, but I heard the song from Coco. I really liked it. I love it. This Is Me. I think it's going to win. I mean, I think that's kind of a no-brainer. Honestly, it's just.
You think This Is Me is going to win?
Song.
Okay.
Huh?
It's not even the best song in the movie. I don't know why it's so popular, but
Greatest Showman is becoming like Frozen. It's like that annoying.
Frozen's actually kind of good though.
Yeah,
Like,
except Frozen is actually pretty good.
Oh,
Still overrated.
Okay, but anyway.
Still overrated.
Blake, what about you?
Coco.
Sean?
Remember Me.
Richie?
I haven't seen those.
You just give your pick anyway.
Wait, is Greatest Showman that?
Yeah, This Is Me, Greatest Showman.
Yeah, okay, Greatest Showman.
Alright. Be a little louder. Hard to hear you. But anyway, okay, now we got all the annoying song. I guess it's kind of good. But this is one that's probably might be the closest race in the whole Oscars visual effects. I'll read them off. War for the Planet of the Apes, Blade Runner 2049, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Star Wars The Last Jedi, and Kong Skull Island.
I know mine.
I think most of us have seen all of these. So this is the first category we've actually seen everything. So, Sean, you want to go first? If you want, you can go first.
It's definitely Blade Runner 2049. I felt like it had the best visuals, the best everything with cinematography. I felt like it was just beautiful to look at. My eyes never felt tired or bored throughout that whole movie, studying like what was going on in the background or what was in front of me. Visually, it's so eye appealing. Too much eye candy. So
yeah. Oh man. We can talk about real quick. Sorry, we can talk about more about Blade Runner 2049 because it also got nominated for cinematography. This is just a visual effects part.
I'll give mine.
Okay.
I think Blade Runner should win, but I'm fairly certain War for the Planet of the Apes will win. Because that's the one thing.
The motion capture technology was phenomenal.
Well, like,
yeah.
From what I've seen and like the odds on Gold Derby, it's super close. It's like almost 50-50 on like which one's gonna win right now.
I think I don't really have a horse in that race because I think both of them deserve it. But I think War for the Planet of the Apes is just a little bit more deserving for how real they make the monkeys look.
Yeah,
like it's kind of ridiculous.
Uncanny.
It's a tense number 3.
This is a good list right here with all these choices. It's actually kind of hard for.
It's weird that Guardians. I get it. They put a Marvel movie in there, but I don't know. I thought all the other ones are much better because Kong Skull Island's kind of underrated because
visually it's really good.
Yeah, that monkey looks really good. It's weird.
That's the only one I haven't seen.
I love the coloring and I love the lighting in that film. I thought it was done pretty well. I really want Blade Runner. I'm going to say the same as Blake. I really want Blade Runner to win really badly because I think it's some of the best visuals I've seen in any movie to date. But I think War for the Planet of the Apes will win.
Mm-hmm. See, for me, I think that they're both really like visually. I think they're both really stunning. But I think I'm gonna have to disagree. I think that Blade Runner is going to end up winning the visual effects just because, just the color in it by itself. Like Danny and Blake have both said, like, as much as I may have thought the movie was boring, it's still a really good movie, and like.
4.5.
Any time you could take a screenshot of the movie and put it as your phone as your screensaver and it'd look good. So,
okay, Richie, real quick, do you want to give your pick? What do you think?
Yeah, I think it'd be Blade Runner.
For visual effects, I just want to make sure everyone knows. I know it's harder to tell, especially with these two movies, but this is just the visual effects parts of the movies, not cinematography, which is later on. And
mixed up.
Wait, when you say visual effects, what do you mean?
It's just like the computer animation they did, or the digital.
It's like the monkeys. It's literally the monkeys in Planet of the Apes versus like Ryan Gosling's girlfriend and the car that he drives and stuff.
Or
like
that. You see, you see his Rachel. Is her name Rachel? What's her name? Rachel?
No, that's not Rachel.
Joy.
it's
Joy.
Joy. Yeah, Joy.
No, Rachel. When you see her as young Rachel.
Oh, yeah,
Joy,
like-
that's Joy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah, that's
CGI
also
Tarkin,
good.
but better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm still gonna have to say Blade Runner.
It's still really close, and especially with these two movies and all these movies, basically, like, it's hard to tell the difference between like cinematography and visual effects because a lot of it's visual effects.
Yeah.
Especially for Planet of the Apes, but I will just say there's two reasons. I think War for the Planet of the Apes is gonna win, and I also think it's deserving barely over Blade Runner because I think the monkeys are fascinating, and interesting fact, all three of these new Planet of the Apes movies have been nominated for visual effects. None of them have won, so this is the third one, and I think. And partly the reason I wanted to win is because I want Andy Serkis to get some credit for what he's done in all these movies,
Yeah.
you know, and that's part of the visual effects stuff. Because he deserves some kind of lifetime achievement award. Just this is like the closest he'll get to an acting nomination, so I want him to win, you know, because with all the Lord of the Rings stuff he did, and then he's Planet of the Apes trilogy, and he's also Snoke in Star Wars. So I just
And
think he
every
deserves
one of
for-
those, the effects are so amazing.
Yeah.
Even with Gollum,
So-
like in the Lord of the Rings, for that time, it was, and it's still pretty good up to this day. So
I think War of the Planet of the Apes will win, partly because they haven't won an visual effects award yet at the Oscars, and it's probably their due time. And I think another caveat is, Planet of the Apes wasn't nominated for Best Cinematography, but Blade Runner was, so maybe people will split the vote like that. So, the next one is Best Score. The nominees were The Shape of Water, Phantom Thread, Dunkirk, Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, and Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
Okay, repeat that again. Best score. What was it?
Shape of Water, Phantom Thread, Dunkirk, Three
Well,
Billboards
hold on.
Outside.
Let me make this easier for myself. Where are you reading this off?
If you just go to Oscars.com, you can find it.
Okay,
or just
'cause I
look it up
wanna-
on Google; it'll pull up.
Yeah, just go to Oscars.com. You'll see the nominees.
I got it. I already got it.
Okay,
Thank you.
cool. Yeah, so I just listed them all off. The heavy favorite right now, according to Gold Derby, is Shape of Water. But I think there's two. I mean, I really like Dunkirk's score a lot. And The Last Jedi, it's good, but I think that's just a John Williams nomination kind of thing. So,
Yeah.
but what do you guys think?
I'll say this. I remember Dunkirk's score, and I watched The Shape of Water, and I loved it, and I don't really remember its score. Now,
Yeah, I don't know.
I wish that Annihilation was in 2017 because I would pick that. But
Yeah.
Well, do I have bad news for you? Next year, I guarantee that won't get nominated. So
Definitely
yeah, well, because it's not going to make any
Visually.
money,
But the visuals, maybe.
Nah, probably.
No.
But
Came out in February.
Yeah.
um,
But
for me,
so Wiley, real quick, what was your prediction?
oh yeah, go ahead.
I think that Dunkirk has a better score, but I think that The Shape of Water is going to win.
I'll say the same. That's what I was going to say.
All right.
I think the deserving one's going to win. I think Dunkirk is the deserving one. It will win.
So Blake's picking Dunkirk. Richie, what about you?
Dunkirk. Yeah.
That is weird. Phantom Thread's score is actually really good. I actually watched it. Phantom Thread's a weird movie. It's hard. I need to go watch it again. But the score
ETA,
is
man.
yeah.
Never seen it.
The score is really good. Shape of Water, it is weird. People love that score, but it's probably like the fifth or sixth thing I think about when I think about that movie. So
I literally
Uh,
don't really remember any of it.
yeah, the Dunkirk score, it's good. I mainly, more than the score of Dunkirk, I kind of remember just like the ticking. I don't know if that counts as score. It is Hans
That's part of
Zimmer.
it.
Yeah,
part of it.
so I don't know the whole score. I don't know. There's Blade Runner. Honestly, I would take Blade Runner 2049 score overall any of these. So,
Same. Yeah.
True that.
but Richie, what about you?
I said Dunkirk.
Oh, okay, he said Dunkirk. All right, so we had two Dunkirks. Everyone else said Shape of Water. Or Sean, did you pick one?
No. I want to see Phantom Thread since you've said that now. I haven't seen Shape of Water either. thing is, with Dunkirk, that is its soundtrack. Even after coming out of the theaters for the first time, that it stuck with me for some reason. Not just the ticking, but the tension sounds for going on the beachhead, and then the air, and then the sea. For some reason, it just stuck with me. So I'm gonna have to go with Dunkirk on that one too.
Okay. I just realized there's okay. So Sean said Dunkirk too, so we split the vote. Um, I just saw there was some kind of other dumb ones. Not dumb, just ones we don't really care about. Let's see. Let's do. I'm just gonna list off costume design really quick. Um, Phantom Thread, Beauty and the Beast, The Shape of Water, Darkest Hour, and Victoria and Abdul. Did anyone see Beauty and the Beast here?
No.
No. Okay. Do you guys even want to say anything on this? Because I haven't really seen any of these.
Yeah,
I
not
think-
really.
It's fine. I'll just list the favorite right now to win is Phantom Thread, and it probably will win because that movie's about costume design. Like
Yeah.
the movie's about a designer who makes clothes. So that one probably win. Beauty and the Beast I didn't see, but people like that. Shape of Water got nominated. Darkest Hour, I think the costumes are really good in that because it's a period piece. But Phantom Thread will probably win. And then makeup and hair, Darkest Hour, Wonder, and Victoria and Abdul were the 3 nominees. Darkest Hour is going to win easily. So, I mean, that one really doesn't matter either.
Yeah.
Production design. I guess we can talk about this one. The 5 nominees were The Shape of Water, Blade Runner 2049, Beauty and the Beast, Dunkirk, and Darkest Hour.
Tricky.
Oh, what was this list again? You just named.
Production design.
Okay, production design.
I think, okay, honestly, for this one, I would say Blade Runner 2049, I think should win. Just like everything, because I know there's a lot of visual effects in there, but there's also a lot of like miniatures and practical stuff in there too. And, I mean, just look at the rooms in the movies. Like,
Yeah.
every room they go into is like a different color, and it's unique, special, and just, I don't know. But Shape of Water, I think, is also really good in the production design area,
Yeah.
especially for the budget they had.
See,
They only had-
I agree. I agree with you, but I think the only reason why Blade Runner I think is a little bit better than Shape of Water because there is very unique different settings in both movies. But I think the only reason is because while The Shape of Water has kind of one main, almost aquatic film over it, you know what I mean? Like, but I think Blade Runner just has such different dynamic colors, and I think that's why I think it's gonna win for production design. Blade Runner.
Yeah. I want it to win, and I think it's going to win too.
You think Blade Runner's gonna win?
Yeah.
I think we should also mention Dunkirk because the production design of that was kind of ridiculous. Also, I mean, he actually
yeah.
bought a plane. He bought a plane for the movie. Like it's like
Two.
what?
Hard.
I think
got
that's
2
the.
planes.
I think that's
Yeah,
the weird
I know.
part about Dunkirk and why it's probably not going to get as much recognition in this category. Because when you think about production design, my brain naturally instincts to like, what does the room look like? You know what I mean? Or like,
Yeah.
like what all the stuff do they add in the room to make it look good? But like Dunkirk is like filmed on a beach and like filmed outside, so you don't really think of production design that much. But
Well, not
yeah,
to
all the
mention,
stuff they put in.
not to mention the fact he actually filmed it on the actual evacuation site where Dunkirk
Yeah.
took place. I mean, the
Yeah, I
fact
mean,
that
like-
he got his privileges from the historic, preservers on that site to film there, and then to get those 2 World War II planes. Which, see, back then when they did war films like Battle of Britain or Tora Tora Tora, it was easier to get authentic warplanes because it was right after the war when those movies were made. It wasn't that long ago for them.
Yeah.
Nowadays, more of those planes are more scarce. They're dying out. So the fact that he managed to get an authentic BF-109 and a British Spitfire is impressive. And not to mention he did use another plane to make it look like the Spitfire from other angles in the movie. But either way, the fact that most of those aerial air combat scenes were actually filmed in the air, I mean, it's
Crazy.
just-
And also,
and
not
I-
to mention just the way he filmed the movie in general. Like, on the water, he was actually in the water with the actors and stuff like that, just on a
Yeah.
boogie board. I mean, that's part of production design. and it's
That's I think that yeah. I mean they
it's
kind of
not
come
going
out.
it's not
like-
going to win, but I think
Hey,
that
I'm gonna have to cut in real quick. I apologize. My phone's about to die, so I'm gonna join in through Skype on my laptop. So I'm
Okay, that's
just,
fine.
I'll be-
Richie, real quick. Wait, Deshaun, did you give your pick? What do you think is gonna win?
What was the list again? Blade Runner 2049.
Dunkirk,
Uh,
Shape of Water.
Shape-
Blade Runner, Shape of Water, Dunkirk, Beauty and the Beast, Blade Runner, and Darkest Hour.
Definitely Dunkirk for me on that one. I have a lot more appreciation for that one.
All right. Richie, what about you?
Cut now.
Blade Runner.
You think Blade Runner's gonna win? Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, I think Blade Runner is going to win also, but I just wanted to throw those 2 cents in for Dunkirk
Yeah.
because I don't think it's going to get recognized at the Oscars, but I think it should.
Oh, it will.
Picture.
Well, I think. See, that's where I think. First of all, I'm just gonna say I think Shape of Water is gonna win because I think Dunkirk, like you were saying with the filming, I think people are thinking of more of that in like cinematography point of view more than production design, which I know they kind of overlap, so it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm saying Shape of Water. So we all gave our picks there. Real quick, let's try to get through these smaller ones kind of fast. Film editing: Dunkirk, Baby Driver, Shape of Water, Three Billboards, and I, Tonya. All these have good editing. It's kind of weird that Three Billboards is there because I don't think that's like the strength of the movie or anything. But all these other ones, I think the two that stand out to me are Baby Driver and Dunkirk, because of the unique editing and.
Yeah.
I think Dunkirk's gonna win. I think it should win because 3 different stories, they kind of overlap, varying times, and then they all come together in the end. I think that's really good. It's unique editing. It's just a unique movie. So I'm gonna say Dunkirk.
Yeah, I think that Baby Driver should win, and I think that Dunkirk is going to.
I'm going to say the opposite.
Oh wow, Weston's picking Baby Driver. Okay.
So you think Baby Driver should win?
No, I want Dunkirk to win, but I think Baby Driver's going to win. I'm
Okay.
getting this weird gut feeling.
What about you, Blake?
I think Dunkirk should and will win. I don't understand why Blade Runner, or why not Blade Runner, but why Baby Driver is considered for this category so highly. It just seemed like a normal film editing.
I don't know,
not-
man.
I don't know.
Edgar Wright is really unique with his editing. If you go back and watch it, like
He is, but
he has a lot of fast cuts, and they all flow together really well. Especially that opening scene in Baby Driver.
yeah,
There's
but
a
that's
lot
like
of
the
good
one
editing.
scene.
No,
Okay.
there's stuff later in the movie, but
Can you guys see me at all? Hear me?
We can
I
hear
can
you.
hear you. I don't think your camera's on. You have to go to the bottom and click it on because it always. But Richie, what about you?
I think Dunkirk, just because it holds its pacing really well.
All right, Sean, we're doing film editing right now. Dunkirk, Baby Driver, Shape of Water, Three Billboards, and I, Tonya. Just tell us what do you think is gonna win?
Once again, probably because I haven't seen the other ones, I'll just say Dunkirk.
All right. Okay, here we go. Now we're getting to the good stuff. Cinematography. Blade Runner 2049, The Shape of Water, Dunkirk, Mudbound, and Darkest Hour.
If Blade Runner doesn't win this category, I don't even know what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna go crazy.
Yeah, I think you're right. This one, it's kind of sad to me that this is the only thing where Blade Runner actually has a legit chance of winning, or it's the favorite. Roger Deakins has been nominated 14 times for an Oscar for cinematography, has never won before, and so I think this is the one where he's finally gonna win.
Hopefully.
Uh,
Hey, okay, just to make this quicker, does everybody think Blade Runner 2049 is going to win?
I wanted to win, but I think
Because Dunkirk's up there too, and so Shape of Water. Shape of Water's in everything.
I think
so
Shape
there's
of
always a
Water is
chance
going to win. That's what I think. But I want Blade Runner to win. So
See,
bad.
but I like the Shape of Water cinematography, obviously, or it wouldn't be nominated, but I think that Blade Runner cinematography is on just such a larger scale of beauty, in the mass, just it's vast wasteland kind of thing, and that's why I think It's gonna win.
Well, for me, like, I'm gonna be mad if Blade Runner doesn't win this, but I won't be as mad if Dunkirk won, because with
Yeah.
Nolan and his
Mhm.
cinematographer Hoyt van Hoytema, uh,
He's really good.
he's the guy that did yeah, he's done a few. I think he did Inception. He's done a few Nolan movies, but what has he done? Interstellar. But anyway, yeah. So I won't be as mad if Dunkirk won, because hearing a lot of the backstory of how they filmed Dunkirk and everything with IMAX cameras and everything, it's kind of crazy what they did. So
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna go with
win.
Dunkirk. I think Dunkirk's gonna win, and not Shape of Water.
Yeah. Yes, but I think Blade Runner will win. Roger Deakins nominated 14 times. I think he'll finally get his.
I think Blade Runner should win easily,
It
but
should.
you never know.
Richie, what about you?
Blade Runner.
Nothing else?
Yeah, definitely Blade Runner. On my end.
So everyone said Blade Runner except for Weston.
Weston, you said Dunkirk.
I think Dunkirk's gonna win. I think it's gonna win.
I'll be right back again, guys, real quick, okay? Just let me know.
Alright,
I really
Best
don't
original
think Blade
screenplay.
Runner wins,
Best original screenplay: Get Out, Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, Lady Bird, The Shape of Water, and The Big Sick.
Get Out.
but I'm gonna
I
say
agree.
Get Out on both.
Wait, what? Both.
Yeah, I
Oh,
wanted
okay,
to
I
win,
gotcha.
but I think it's gonna win.
I mean, that makes sense. What? Sorry, I'll look up the options. Someone else talk.
I can just say them real quick. Get Out, Lady Bird, Three Billboards, The Shape of Water, and The Big Sick.
I think that it's gonna be in between Three Billboards, Shape of Water, and Get Out. But I think Get Out's gonna win. But I don't know, Danny. You love Three Billboards, so.
Blake, what about you?
I think that The Shape of Water is going to get Best Original Screenplay. I think Get Out probably deserves it, but I don't know if they're going to give it to it.
Yeah, I don't know. Get Out's a weird one. I think Get Out deserves it, but this one's super close to me too. I love all these screenplays.
Mhm.
Lady Bird was super good, well written.
Lady
The
Bird,
Big
yeah.
Sick is. This is the only one The Big Sick got nominated for, which is kind of sad for me.
Yeah, that's kind of
That screenplays really well, but has zero chance to win. Shape of Water, I think, is really good, but it's probably, I mean, it's nominated for everything else. I think Get Out will win because this is the one. Besides, I mean, it's the major one. It's probably had the favorite for, but I won't be mad if Lady Bird or Three Billboards wins. Richie, what about you?
I said Get Out.
Mhm.
Because I think it's so different from other horror movies.
Yeah.
And it
I think-
doesn't-
Yeah, I would agree with that, and I think that's why I'm scared it might not win because it's so different.
That's my
Uh,
main reason for not choosing it to win, because I just think that they're going to go with the safer pick.
I'm back.
Yeah, that scares me. I hope.
I
Not.
think
want
I
Jordan
think
Peele.
I think what you said about Lady Bird might be the right choice, because Shape of Water is literally in every category, but
Yeah.
I also think Shape of Water kind of deserves it more than everything else besides maybe Get Out.
I don't know. I think Three Billboards is well written too, but I know you guys don't
So
think
what
so.
are we
But we're on Best Original Screenplay. It's Get Out, Three Billboards, Lady Bird, Shape of Water, and The Big Sick. Did you see any of those?
No.
I
All right,
thought you.
randomly. Just give us a random pick. 1 out of 5 chance.
I'll say. It's either Lady Bird or Get Out. I'll say Lady Bird.
Oh boy. Okay, we got a Lady Bird pick.
Oh boy.
Adapted
I
screenplay.
can see. And actually, I can see that.
Yeah, I can see
Adapt-
it too.
Yeah.
Okay, adapted screenplay.
I haven't
Call Me
seen
by
it,
Your
but
Name.
I know what it's about.
Wait, what was
Comment
that?
there.
What category? Sorry.
Best adapted screenplay. It means it's based on other source material, but they made it into a movie.
Mhm.
Call Me by Your Name, Mudbound, Molly's Game, The Disaster Artist, and Logan. I know Weston's pick. I know what Weston wants to win.
Okay, yeah, obviously, I really want Logan to win,
Mhm.
but I
Same.
think Disaster Artist is going to win. I really think it will.
I think it had a decent chance like a few months ago, but then with all the James Franco allegations that have happened in the last month
Yeah.
or So he lost a lot of
Okay.
steam. But
You know what? Screw it. I think Logan's gonna win.
Nope, you already said it.
oh no, he said Logan. He said Logan. Okay. Well, it won't win. Wiley, what
There's
about
a
you?
0% chance Logan's gonna win this. So
Yeah.
People are like, it's just lucky it got nominated for anything.
Can
but
you say
yeah.
the names
for another
again?
day. Call Me by Your Name, Mudbound, Molly's Game, The Disaster Artist, and Logan.
The only one I've seen is Logan. But I've heard a lot of good stuff about Call Me by Your Name, so I'm gonna say I think Call Me by Your Name's gonna win.
All right. Richie, have you seen any of these? What besides Logan?
No.
If Logan gets nominated.
What do you
oh,
think's
man.
gonna win?
I instantly win.
Only by your name.
Call Me by Your Name. I'll be a little louder again. Sean, have you seen any of these besides Logan?
No.
All right, random. What do you think's gonna win?
What's Call Me by Your Name about?
It's
Trigger
about
warning.
no,
it's a
about,
gay love story.
Yeah, it's a gay love
Of
story.
course. That's probably why they're gonna have this one. Personal political opinions aside, I'll say Mudbound because I heard a lot of good things about that one.
Yeah. So I've actually seen all of these. Molly's Game was Aaron Sorkin. That's probably why I got nominated. It's a good enough script. Mudbound is really good. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't think about the writing as much, but it is good writing. Call Me by Your Name is probably my favorite movie out of this list. I really like Logan. It's probably between those two on which one I'd want to win. Call Me by Your Name I think is going to win, and I'd probably say it's deserving because I think I know the movie's not for everyone, I guess, but I really enjoyed it. I think it's different than what I've seen. It's kind of a poetic movie. So I say Call Me by Your Name is gonna win. Supporting actor: Sam Rockwell, Three Billboards; Willem Dafoe, The Florida Project; Christopher Plummer, All the Money in the World; Richard Jenkins, The Shape of Water; Woody Harrelson, Three Billboards. So everyone here, most people here have seen Shape of Water and Three Billboards. That's three of the nominees right there. What do you guys think?
Wait, which one is this now?
That's
Supporting
actor.
Oh.
It's hard because I think Sam Rockwell probably should win, but I know Woody Harrelson also is great in Three Billboards Outside of Missouri. So I'm gonna say Richard Jenkins is gonna win for The Shape of Water. Although I do think Christopher Plummer maybe should win.
Oh, no.
No, I think he should. Freaking 3
No.
weeks of
No, he
reshoots for
shouldn't
him?
win.
Are you kidding me?
Shouldn't
That's
win.
unheard of. That's probably the reason he was nominated. But
Oh, that's the only reason. Actually, he's good in it. He's like probably the best part of the movie, but it is impressive what he did. But I don't think it's the best performance.
I'll go with Richard Jenkins in The Shape of Water for me.
Okay. I'm gonna say because they're still looking. Sam Rockwell, I think, is going to win. I think it's his time, and not just for this movie. I think he's good enough in Three Billboards. I think he's actually really good in Three Billboards. Probably the best part. Nah,
Yeah.
maybe. But
No, he is.
Francis McDormand, I think, is probably better. But anyway, yeah, he's really good in it. But I think he should win based on his like previous performances. He's kind of underrated his whole career. And Moon is, I think Moon is as good as. I like Moon as much as I do just because of him, and he's on like another level in Moon. There's not very many performances I think of.
He's literally the
think-
only person in that movie.
Yeah.
So
So when I think of great performances, I think of Moon like pretty high up there. So I really want him to win, and I think he will win. So I'm happy.
I think that hang on, sorry. I think that give me 1 second. Geez, I lost it.
Right there.
Yeah, okay. I think that really Woody Harrelson, I really like Woody Harrelson, and I think that Richard Jenkins did a really good job. But I'm gonna have to agree with you. I think that Sam Rockwell should win, and I loved his character in Three Billboards. I think that Sam Rockwell's gonna win.
Okay. What's some over you?
I haven't seen any of these movies, but I love Sam Rockwell as well, so I'll just say him as well. So that makes 3 of us.
Yeah, I think Sam Rockwell in Three Billboards, his character is really good.
All right, Sean, what about you? Have you seen any of these?
No. So I'll just say Sam Rockwell.
All right.
On board.
Supporting, an hour supporting actress: Allison Janney, I, Tonya, Laurie Metcalf, Lady Bird, Mary J. Blige, Mudbound, Leslie Manville, Phantom Thread, Octavia Spencer, The Shape of Water. How many of you guys have seen any of these?
I mean, I've seen Lady Bird and The Shape of Water.
All right, so what do you think?
I mean, I know that Octavia Spencer did a really good job in she did a really good job, but so did, I don't know. I just haven't seen Phantom Thread, I, Tonya, or Mudbound, and I don't know any of the, so I don't know how they did. But if I had to
Okay.
guess, if I had to
Throw a
guess,
pin. What do you think?
do what?
Throw a pin. What do you think's gonna win?
I said if I had to guess, I would say Octavia Spencer.
All right.
I think this is between two people, and it's going to be between Allison Janney and Laurie Metcalf. And since I haven't seen I, Tonya, I'll go with Laurie Metcalf.
Richie, what about you?
Well, Shape of Water is the only one I've seen, so I would say Octavia Spencer.
Okay. Weston, what about you?
I haven't seen any of these films. I'm just
So
gonna
dark.
guess Mary J. Blige.
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 Okay.
Blige.
It's not a bad pick, actually. It's pretty good. Sean, what about you?
Laurie Metcalf.
All right. I have seen all these movies. Allison Janney from I, Tonya, she's really good. She's not in it as much as Laurie. So they're saying, like, most people are saying the race is between Allison Janney and I, Tonya, and Laurie Metcalf and Lady Bird. I've gone back because this one's super tough for me because I think it's one of the strongest ones. I've gone back and forth between Laurie Metcalf and Allison Janney on like which one was my favorite, and I'd probably right now I'd say Laurie Metcalf, but it changes by the day. But I think Allison Janney is gonna win for I, Tonya, just because of like how her appearance has changed a lot, and it's kind of a different performance than you usually see. It's a different movie too. So I'm gonna say Allison Janney, but I think Laurie Metcalf should win for Lady Bird. But all of those are really good. Actor: Gary Oldman, Darkest Hour; Timothy Chalamet, Call Me by Your Name; Daniel Day-Lewis, Phantom Thread; Daniel Kaluuya, Get Out; and Denzel Washington, Roman J. Israel.
I already know the answer to this one.
Yes. Has everyone here seen Darkest Hour? Who hasn't seen Darkest Hour?
I've seen it.
Okay.
Okay,
Did you
Evan.
see it?
Yeah.
Wiley, you saw it?
Mhm.
Wait, Sean, you saw it?
No,
Okay. So Sean didn't see it, but
but I love Gary Oldman to death, and the fact that he got nominated for this is
The
exciting.
fact what he went through for this movie,
Yeah.
I think.
yeah, all the prosthetics he had to put on and stuff. That's crazy.
Mhm.
I mean, looks nothing like him. I just so does anyone have a different pick? Does someone else think someone else is gonna win? Daniel Day-Lewis, last performance of his career, accordingly to him.
Well, I want Gary Oldman to win because he did really phenomenal in Darkest Hour, but I think Daniel Kaluuya? Is that his
For
name?
Get Out. Daniel
Yeah, I
Kaluuya,
think
yeah.
he's going to win. I'm having a
Really?
feeling he's-
Okay.
Yeah, I have the feeling.
Wiley, what about you?
I'm going Gary Oldman.
All right, Blake.
I mean, it's basically no contest. The closest one that can come to Gary Oldman is Daniel Day-Lewis, and I actually think Daniel Kaluuya is the furthest away from being able to win this category, but that's just me. Just because everyone else would win before him, not because his performance is A less.
Richie, what about you?
Yeah, Gary.
Richie, you're like super quiet right now. I don't know why you're so quiet. But Sean, what about you? Yeah, I'm guessing you're gonna say Gary Oldman.
Yeah, Gary Oldman.
Okay. Real quick, I just want to say, Gary Oldman is the favorite. He's probably gonna win, and I think he's probably deserving to win. But I know earlier I talked about Call Me by Your Name and how I liked it a lot. But the main reason I liked it is because Timothy Chalamet. He's like 21 years old, and this kid is like crazy good at
I
acting.
think he's 23.
I just listened to a podcast. He said he's 21. So
Oh, really?
yeah.
Apparently, it looks like he looks 17 though, right?
Oh, no,
because
he
he's
does,
supposed
yeah.
to be 17. In the
Looks really
movie.
young. and it's because he's in Lady Bird too. So for all of you guys have seen Lady Bird, and he plays a completely different character in.
Isn't he? Is he the gay guy in Lady Bird? Who is he playing, Lady Bird?
He's like he's Kyle. He's like the jerk boyfriend in Lady Bird. You know what I'm talking about? He's like the jerk who's like kind of like believes in conspiracy theories and everything.
He's a conspiracy.
Do you not remember what I'm talking about? Okay, anyway.
I don't know what you're talking about. So.
You know who I'm talking about. But anyway, I think like I wouldn't be mad if he won because that's how good I think he is in it. Especially, and he's also in Hostiles. I know Sean saw Hostiles. He's in Hostiles too. And
wait, who again? What are we talking
Timothée Chalamet. He's like the young kid.
Yeah. He played a French kid in that movie.
Yeah, he plays a so I think Gary Oldman will win. Also, random side note, I just wanted to say, I was listening to a podcast with Timothée Chalamet, and they asked him, because he's 21 years old, he's basically my age, and they asked him, like, why'd you get into acting, or what made you passionate about acting, and he said, watching The Dark Knight as a young kid, watching how good Heath Ledger was as the Joker made him want to act, so I was like, dang, I actually already like this kid, so I wouldn't be mad if he won. That is kind of weird. I guess I don't know. I shouldn't bring it up now, but our generation now, growing up, like seeing how like Heath Ledger's like a lot of probably people our age is inspiration for acting because of how good he was in that movie, and so that's cool to see. Best actress: Frances McDormand, Three Billboards; Saoirse Ronan, Lady Bird; Sally Hawkins, The Shape of Water; Margot Robbie, I, Tonya; Meryl Streep, The Post. First of all, I just want to say Meryl Streep should not have been nominated. She just got nominated kind of like the John Williams nomination for Star Wars for score. I mean, just because it's name only, and a lot of these people don't even watch all the movies, which is really annoying. But Frances McDormand is the favorite. I really think I want so bad for Sally Hawkins to win for Shape of Water because I think that's the only reason that movie works as well as it does is because of how good she is in it. But
she's just a great actress.
Yeah, she is. And Saoirse Ronan for Lady Bird, I also think is super good in it, and she carries that movie by herself too. Oh, but with the
I would say
another person that's only 23.
Yeah, she's been
early 20s.
She's not as hyped as Jennifer Lawrence is, but she's 23 years old and has already been nominated 3 times for an Oscar. At 23 years old, that's crazy.
Well, and she played in other films that I've seen, like The Way Back. She did a phenomenal job in that movie. And there was also another movie I want to watch that she did. It's called Hannah. And
she's popular. She's famous.
Yeah, that was like when she was very young. I think like 14, 15 years old in that movie.
Yeah.
She was also in Loving Vincent.
Yeah, she was.
And
yeah, she is one person to look out. Like, there's 2 actors in this nominations in this Oscars nominations that are like super young and like super cool to like look out for the future because they're not choosing blockbusters. You know, they're not choosing to do superhero movies all the time and like just go for the money, like Jennifer Lawrence and X-Men. But they're actually like choosing artistic projects because they actually care about the work they're doing. Timothée Chalamet, 21 years old, was in 3 like of some of the best movies from last year, and then Saoirse Ronan, 23 years old, already nominated 3 times. She's also in a Wes Anderson movie, Grand Budapest Hotel. She's really good in that.
I just want to say before we choose, I want to say something about Loving Vincent. This is Sean brought up. They did literally the models for the characters in the movie off the actors, and Sean. He said, "Is this so and so from Game of Thrones?" And I was like, "I don't know. Let me look it up." And I was like, "Yeah, that's so and so from Game of Thrones." Sean got that from the painting. I don't even know what it was.
Danny, you remember Bronn, Tyrion's? Oh no, Jaime's bodyguard, basically.
Oh, I love Bronn.
Bronn.
Okay.
Well, he's in London Vincent.
He got that off the painting. Like he did. That's how good.
I didn't even look up anything about the movie. I had.
It's Bronn.
And just his voice too.
It's like one of the best characters in Game of Thrones.
So for me, on Best Actress, I mean, honestly, I think that Sally Hopkins should win her performance was phenomenal, and how much she had to say without using words was crazy. In my opinion, I think her performance in The Shape of Water was better than Tom Hardy's in Dunkirk. Whereas they both.
Well, Tom Hardy's not even Dunkirk that much, but
But the way he conveys so much emotion with just his face and without saying many words.
Yeah.
But Sally Hawkins is fantastic. I think she should win, but I think Frances McDormand's going to win.
yeah, that's what I would say too. I think Frances McDormand's gonna win, and those top three: Frances McDormand, Saoirse Ronan, Sally Hawkins, and Margot Robbie. I saw I, Tonya. All four of those. This is probably the most stacked category that I've seen so far. Because Meryl Streep, get out of here. But the other four, those are all super close, and those are all really good. I think Frances McDormand's kind of getting hate because some people don't like Three Billboards, which is fine. But I don't think it should take away from how good I think she was in it. But those other three, also, random thing, there's this movie called Mary Queen of Scots, or it's about Mary the Queen of Scots, that's coming out next year, I think. But it's Saoirse Ronan and Margot Robbie both in it, so.
Oh, good.
That's gonna be fun.
Oh, hell yeah.
No, I would say also this is probably the most stacked. The most stacked in the entire Oscars this year, and I wouldn't be mad if any of those four won. Outside of Meryl Streep, I wouldn't be mad at any of them winning. But I think Frances McDormand will win also.
What? Okay, just what if Meryl Streep won? Imagine the outrage. Oh my gosh.
That is just...
I'd be so mad. I wouldn't watch the Oscars. I saw the post and I get it. She's fine. But random actress note. I saw Florida Project, which didn't get nominated for anything, which is a travesty in itself. But there's a 6-year-old girl named Brooklyn Prince, and I know it's hard to believe me that a 6-year-old could be as good. I know, oh, she's good for a 6-year-old or whatever. But no, I think she's legit. Should belong on this Oscar nominated list.
Definitely
that's
better than
Meryl
Streep.
Well, everyone is better than Meryl Streep, so I mean that doesn't make any sense. But yeah, that's what's so annoying about because when she retires, people are gonna be like 24 nominated Oscar winner. I mean, 24 times she was nominated, Meryl Streep, and it's half of the nominations are like this. Oh, it's Meryl Streep. Let me nominate for her.
Exactly.
That's the only reason.
Exactly. Meryl Streep, we're gonna nominate you. Just know you're not gonna win. But we're gonna nominate you.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. But those other four, I mean, go watch those movies, and that's what's cool about all four of those other movies are kind of held up by those performances, and those are some of the best movies of the year, which is I find awesome. But what did you want to say?
I just said it really makes me want to see Lady Bird and
Yeah,
Three Billboards.
I think you'd really like both. I think those are. I mean, those are two of my favorites. Now we're at the two top categories, at least for me anyway. We'll go to director. So the nominees for director: Guillermo del Toro, Shape of Water; Christopher Nolan, Dunkirk; Greta Gerwig, Lady Bird; Jordan Peele, Get Out; Paul Thomas Anderson for Phantom Thread.
Again, what category?
Best director.
Got it.
Who wants to go first?
This one's stacked also.
Someone else can go first, I guess.
It's tough.
Wait, Richie.
Again,
Richie,
this is
hold
one that
on. Sorry, Richie. Did you give your pick for actress?
Oh yeah, I would say The Shape of Water.
Shape of Water, you said.
Sally Hawkins for actress. Okay. I just want to make sure we got that on record. Best director. I just read them off. What do you guys think?
I personally would have to. Well, for one, I haven't seen all the other films, so I can't really say. But in Dunkirk's case, which I did a lot of background research on Nolan's project with this movie, especially watching behind the scenes and YouTube videos and just reading stuff on how he did it. He really did inspire me with. You can tell he really did personally care about this, not only as a movie project but as a historical event.
Yeah.
And it's the what he did, going out of his way, filming and being there on the site 24/7, and not like most directors when weather conditions get bad, they retreat to their car houses or luxury condition, which is fine. But like Nolan, he wanted to be sure everything was right, and the amount of respect for historical accuracy, bringing in an awesome cast. Like he had a good mix of bringing in old members who are experienced with movies, but also giving new actors a chance in his film.
Like Harry Styles.
Yeah, I appreciate that a lot, and so yeah, I would have to say Nolan.
Yeah.
On my pick.
Okay.
Just the amount of that.
Richie, what about you?
You're just wait until your phone's on.
Either
It's dead.
either Shape of
And
Water
it's-
or
Or you just wait. Are you just right
Dunkirk.
Yeah, I think we'll turn it off.
All right, Richie, you gotta be. First of all, Richie, you gotta be louder. Second of all, Wiley and Weston are whispering, but like whispering right into the mic, so they're the loudest thing we can hear. So,
Sorry.
Oh,
Richie,
sorry.
My fault.
Richie, go again. Sorry.
Okay, I said either Shape of Water or Dunkirk, but I would say Dunkirk probably also.
Okay.
Well, you can go next, Danny.
Did someone just change something because there's like a weird noise?
I
That
think
was
Richie
me.
turned up something so we could hear him.
Okay. Yeah, it's gone now.
Oh, you can go next,
Uh,
though, Danny.
I'll go last.
Alright.
I want to hear what you say.
Yeah, I want Nolan to win too, but I think Jordan Peele might win.
You think that's who you're going with?
Yeah, I think he's going to win.
Okay. I guess Blake, do you want to go next? Or you want me to go next?
Whatever.
You can go. I'll go after you.
This one is another category where I wouldn't be mad if any of them won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that Jordan Peele and Greg Gerwig are not going to win because the Oscars are too old for that.
Yeah.
And I think, I'm gonna say Del Toro is probably gonna win for Shape of Water.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sorry, I forgot.
For me, I think that it's definitely in between Nolan and Del Toro. I agree that I think the Oscars are too old for Jordan Peele, but for Get Out to be his first movie, and for it to be that good, I think is incredible, and I can't wait for what he's gonna do next. Like what another project he's working on. But I'm gonna have to go with Nolan. I think Nolan's gonna win, and I'm sure Danny wants Nolan to win.
Does anyone hear that echo all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is that? Did someone change something?
It's
Okay.
Oh
fine now.
no.
All right. So wow, you thought Nolan's gonna win?
That's
Or
what I said.
Del
Yeah.
Toro?
Nolan.
Okay. He said it's Nolan's gonna win. I'm going to say Guillermo del Toro's going to win because I think Shape of Water is gonna be like this year's probably La La Land, or last year's La La Land.
Except way better.
Oh yeah, but wait, I thought you liked La La Land.
I do like La La Land. I was just saying that for you.
Oh yeah, it's way better. It's weird. I guess I'll go to. I think for directing, just like the scale of what Nolan did, with what Sean talked about, earlier, like how accurate he was, the historical, and how serious he took it, and also the scale he filmed at. So I would say I think Nolan should win, but I think Del Toro is going to win, and which I'm fine with because I love Shape of Water. So, and I think I ranked it higher than Dunkirk. So I mean, I'm not mad with Del Toro. Plus, Del Toro has the huggable factor where he's just like you want to hug him if you ever see a picture of him or anything.
That's true.
He's like a big teddy bear.
Yeah, he really is. And I've been listening to a lot of interviews with him and stuff recently, and he's like, I'd really never like he's kind of like the genre guy, you know, the horror guy or whatever. So I haven't really like cared about him too much. I love Pan's Labyrinth, but other than that,
Great.
so I've been listening to interviews with him, and this guy, like, the amount he knows about movies and like how many old movies he's watched and stuff, and like how knowledgeable he's about that stuff, like it's crazy to me how much he knows, and I respect it so much. So
Yeah,
I'm kind of rooting.
just very
like
quick, on an interesting note, like, that's why I would have been, because originally he was going to make the Hobbit movies, actually, so that's why I'm always interested, like, what his vision would have been for those films, because, you know, as popular as Lord of the Rings were, I wonder how Del Toro would have made the Hobbit, you know, prequels, so, like, that, I think it would have been really cool, because he's such a great film director.
I think him and Peter Jackson are similar though in terms like how much they care about genre and how much they care about like old stories and stuff like that. You know, like Peter Jackson, you know, he did King Kong and everything, but also like Del Toro's the same way. He loves all those old fantasy monsters and stuff like that.
Because back then I didn't know much about it. I'm just like, yeah, I'd rather have Peter Jackson. Then Peter Jackson took over. I'm like, oh, thank God. But now looking back at it now, seeing like Pan's Labyrinth or whatever, like I think I would have liked it more if he directed the films. Would have been nice to have a fresh, different vision, you know, rather than good old Peter Jackson.
Yeah.
So
Well, you should definitely do yourself a favor and watch his interviews.
yeah, I really want to.
Because I've been watching some of his interviews on Filmstruck. 'Cause he did a few with them for the Criterion Collection stuff.
Isn't he an older guy?
He's probably 50s.
He's like
Or
Peter
60s.
Jackson's age.
Isn't he a bit heavy and set?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I have seen his. Okay, so I watching behind the scenes. Weston kind of brought it up of like The Hobbit and how early productions before he got off. I was like, I like the guy. Like he was very charismatic, and he was like one of the. He seemed to me like the kind of grandpa you would hang around with all day, you know, talking to. And so I didn't get any bad like vibes or sense of arrogance from him or anything like that as a director standpoint.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I think most directors, especially good directors, have some amount of arrogance towards them because like they have to have a sort of like aura about them, or like because they're commanding a whole film set. You know what I mean? What?
I said Nolan kind of had that.
Oh, he does for sure. But I mean, if you're good enough to like. It's one thing if like Michael Bay has that, but like if Nolan, I mean, okay, it's Nolan, so I forgive it. But
Michael Bay doesn't make good movies. Sorry.
Yeah.
Imagine Michael Bay got nominated.
13 hours. Okay. I just want to say I think I said Del Toro's gonna win, but I think Greta Gerwig kind of has an outside shot because I want Lady Bird to win. It's kind of You know what's weird? Looking at all these, I think these are all first-time nominated. I don't know if Paul Thomas Anderson's been nominated before. No, maybe for There Will Be Blood. Okay, he probably got nominated.
Yeah, he definitely did.
But other than that, these other four, like you kind of think of Nolan, especially Nolan. You kind of think of him as like a veteran, you know, like he's like the old one among this group of like newcomers. But he's never been nominated before, which is sad in itself. But also Del Toro's never been nominated before, so. It's a weird class. I know Jordan Peele and Greta Gerwig will probably be back in the future because I mean, if their first movie, they're as good as they were. So,
unless Jordan Peele does an Akira movie, then we might never see him again.
He's not. He already said he's not doing that. So
yeah, I know. I was just joking.
Oh man, if there was someone doing a Akira movie, I would hope he would do it. But I mean, he's not. So, Richie, you gave your pick already on that, right?
Yeah.
All right, we're at the final category.
The
best one. The one
I was
that's
going to say, FYI, that beep you were hearing earlier, that was me disconnecting my earphones from the laptop, and it was making a cue.
That's fine. We're gone now. Okay, so best picture. 3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri. The Shape of Water, Get Out, Lady Bird, Dunkirk, Call Me by Your Name, Phantom Thread, and The Post, and Darkest Hour.
Okay, I'll say I don't think The Post should be on that list.
True. Steven Spielberg, man, it's gotta be on there.
But other than that, I think I think they all are deserve a place on that list.
What do you think's gonna win?
Me, I think it's really, I think it's going to be in between Dunkirk, The Shape of Water, and Three Billboards. But I'm going to have to say The Shape of Water. I think The Shape of Water is going to win Best Picture. Just because I think Dunkirk's going to win a lot of like cinematography and stuff like that, but I don't think it has a chance at Best Picture. So I'm going to say The Shape of Water.
Yeah. I'm going to have to go with Wiley. I want Dunkirk to win just because I loved it so much. And I haven't seen Shape of Water, so I can't really say, but hearing a lot about it, and I still really want to see Shape of Water so bad. And I think that one's going to win too. So.
Let's go next.
Sean, what about you?
Well, again, I'm pretty illiterate with all the other films besides Dunkirk.
Yeah.
But I have heard a lot of good things about Shape of Water with Best Picture, right? That's the word.
Yeah.
Yeah, and visual, it looks like a beautiful movie. Like, not visual, but you know what I mean.
Very artistic.
Mm-hmm. But, again, I will choose Dunkirk.
All right. Sean chose Dunkirk. Richie, what about you?
I can see it going to Shape of Water, or I don't know about Get Out. Yeah, I'd say Shape of Water.
Mike, what about you?
I also think Shape of Water is going to win. Although, just a disgrace Blade Runner is still in here, but you know.
I just forgot about. I just forgot about
Yeah.
that.
Even
Now
directed, too.
Yeah. Well, I had to. I just had to bring it up.
Well, now I have to
Driver.
rant
He's
for
just
30
such a
minutes.
good director.
No.
Let's do it. I'm there for the ride with you, Danny.
Not kidding. Just looking at this list, it's so. God, I mean, this makes most of these movies are good. Even Darkest Hour, I understand. Like,
Yeah.
Darkest Hour, I think is good for what it is. But the Post being nominated. Okay. I get it. It's Spielberg, and people love Spielberg.
They're
for
just
some
like,
reason.
oh well, we have to have a reason to nominate Meryl Streep, so we'll throw it for Best Picture. Best Picture.
Well, it's
too.
Spielberg and Hanks too. So.
Yeah.
I think. Well, out of these movies, if I was ranking them right now, I'd probably say Shape of Water is my favorite. But Dunkirk, Get Out, Call Me by Your Name, Three Billboards, all those would be really close up there. Even Phantom Thread, Lady Bird, all of those really. Most of these movies are really good. So if I was picking, I'm gonna say Shape of Water, but I won't be surprised if Lady Bird or Three Billboards wins.
Mm-hmm.
I think, according to Gold Derby, they have Three Billboards as the favorite, but that one's getting more backlash than I think any of the other movies are.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's even getting backlash for Sam Rockwell.
Yeah, I know, for the character he plays. But
For the character he plays.
so I think something interesting that can happen, especially with the Oscars, because it's such a mix, but a lot of them are still old dudes, are like, The Shape of Water is kind of a weird movie, you know, it's about a guy falling in love with a fish, so I just feel that losing some votes, and then the backlash with Three Billboards, I could see it losing some votes, and everyone at least likes Lady Bird, you know what I mean? Like, everyone. That's why I had 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, so, I could see, like, those two splitting votes, and then Lady Bird winning just because, like, how Moonlight won last year.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if Lady Bird wins, but I'm still gonna pick Shape of Water. I think it's Del Toro's year, and The Shape of Water's year. So I'm gonna say The Shape of Water. And I think did everyone pick Shape of Water?
I think so. Yeah.
Someone picked
Sean picked Dunkirk,
Oh, Sean picked
Sean
Dunkirk.
picked
yeah.
Dunkirk.
which
Okay.
is a good choice too.
Okay, so that's our Academy Awards. We kind of went long, but it's fine.
What can you do?
What are you gonna do?
Well,
So
right.
that's us. We're probably gonna be right about everything. No, I'm kidding.
Hopefully,
Uh,
especially
I have
we
a
wanna
feeling
do-
that all of mine are going to be correct. So
Do we want to do an Oscars recap after the Oscars?
Well, it'd probably just be like me ranting about how the Post won everything. No, I'm kidding.
or how Meryl Streep in the Post won.
Yeah.
oh gosh, now I'm getting the feeling the Post is going to win.
No, it wouldn't. It would
No,
never.
it's still a chance.
That
Zero
couldn't
percent
happen.
chance. It's not gonna happen.
There's a slight chance, I think.
But tell us what you think. Wiley, you want to close us out?
Yeah, sure. Thank you guys for listening. Let us know. We'd love to know your Oscar predictions in the comments if you'd love to post those. And we'll take a look at them and tell you if you're right or if you are dead wrong. So if you have Meryl Streep on your list, don't even bother. But no. Yeah, just post your nominations, what you think, who's going to win in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube. This should be up by Monday, hopefully by tomorrow.
I'll try tomorrow.
Okay, cool. Make sure to follow us on all of our social media, so Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And thank you guys for listening, and have a good night.